Knock, knock. So you've been thinking about getting a Peloton, but you just don't know where to start, or if it's the right fit for you? Don't worry, because your girl got you covered. Stay tuned. Hey, I am so happy that you are joining me again for another entry into this wellness vlog of Let's Get Well. I am so happy to talk about this topic. As you know, it is a fitness edition because we're talking about, you saw the title, we're talking about Peloton. I think a few videos ago I mentioned that I would do like a video on like the process in which you would go by, or some things to consider before even making such a big purchase. So that's what this is. I've only had my bike for about 3 months, so the information is fresh on my brain. So I thought, let me go ahead and get it out now before I forget something. And I probably won't remember everything, but you'll get some good stuff here. So first, let me just say, you see I'm repping my Peloton shirt. This happens to be a free shirt from Peloton. Every single member will get a free shirt once you've hit your 100th ride. So it's a century shirt. It doesn't go for any other workouts. You know, you can hit 100 on strength, 100 on core, 100 on yoga, but you only get the shirt once you hit 100 rides. So that's what this is. I do have other apparel from them. I obsessed with their workout clothes at this point. I need to stop buying. But the support that their clothes have, the quality of it, and they're so cute. So I love to shop Peloton anyway. So anyway, let's get into the meat of this video. So even if you do not have any equipment, don't have the app, don't know much about Peloton, you probably already know that there is 2 different types of bikes. Just so you know, I don't have a tread, so I'm not going to reference a tread really through this video because I only have their bike. So there are 2 different bikes. There is the original bike, and then there is the Bike Plus. Peloton has been around since 2014, so I guess they felt like, hey, now that we have this big craze over it, let's go ahead and do some enhanced features. And so obviously the biggest difference between the two is that it's about a $600 or $700 difference. I think something like that, and maybe even more. I don't know. So what makes the original bike and the Peloton Bike Plus different is the biggest difference. There are quite a few, but the biggest notable differences are there's a slightly bigger monitor with the Bike Plus, and the HD resolution, I believe, was a little bit better. And then also the biggest thing is that the monitor has swivel screen. So you can actually turn that screen away from the bike and face it in another direction in which you might be working out with other workouts. So that's that's a big difference. Another difference is that there's a functionality that allows the bike to shift the resistance along with the recommendations of the coach of the class. So let's just say the coach is telling you, let's go now, come on Peloton, let's go to 45 to 55 resistance. Instead of you having to manually do it, or you decide you're going to cheat a little bit and not do it, that bike will bring it up to that range as they suggested. Now, of course, you do have the option to toggle with the knob manually, but it will do it for you. So that's a big notable difference as well. Another one, which is not to me a big difference or big, perk, is that it's compatible with Google Fit Kit. I don't have Google, am I saying it right? Google Fit Kit. I feel like that's not really a big selling point because the bike does have a good connectivity with Bluetooth. You can Bluetooth heart rate monitors, headsets. Whatever. It has a TV, so you have a good option of Bluetoothing that a word? Bluetoothing anything, even on the original bike. So, but with all of that, let me just say that there is a workaround. Okay. So now we talked about that swivel screen. If you didn't want to splurge the extra $600 or $700 for that, Amazon, Amazon, like the bee's knees of shopping these days. They have an apparatus that you can add to that monitor that will allow it to swivel. So, there's ways around it. And when it comes to the monitor, being a nicer monitor, listen, the original monitor is just as nice. It is a Peloton after all. They do stand behind their equipment. You can still video chat with your friend. You can still have access to all on-demand and live classes. I mean, it's just the same. And again, that connectivity is good with Bluetooth. So, consider that's not a major thing, Now that we've kind of talked about the differences between that, let me go into, before, while you're contemplating, should you get this bike? Is this for you? Now, the first thing I'm going to suggest is looking to see if you have a showroom in your area. There are Peloton showrooms that are popping up around, major cities. Sometimes you might find them in your biggest malls in your area, or they might have some that are standalone. They also, in some cities, have like a retail shop / showroom together that you can kind of go to. The reason why I say to go there, I did not do that. Let me just say, I think it would be a better experience opposed to doing what I did, which was just go to their website and click around with the mouse and kind of get my questions answered that way. But going there and being able to touch and feel it and get on it and get measured and take a test ride with the coach and, get your shoe size and, get whatever questions answered, play around with the app. I think that would have been a much better experience than me sitting on the phone, like asking all my questions. So, yes, I would say check out a showroom, and see if that is something that you're really into. Of course, they're going to try to persuade you. That's not what I'm telling you to go there for. I'm solely saying go there so that you can get a good feel for the equipment and see if it's what you want. Before you make any commitments to purchase, do your research as far as promotions. I know you probably already know, once the Bike Plus came out, they did lessen the cost for the original bike. I think about $200 or $300 or $400. I don't know. I can't keep up. But they lessened that cost significantly. So on top of that, there are some companies, mine included, that partnered with Peloton to offer some more discounts, even on top of that price dip. And especially around the pandemic. So I think that my company partnered with them maybe after the height of the pandemic, still in 2020, I believe. Or 2021, listen, I don't know. But they partnered with Peloton and they offered the employees an additional like $200 or $300 off. That was good, right? In addition to that, they also offered you the actual use of the app, even if you don't have the equipment, for $12.99. No. Yeah, I think $12.99 a month, something like that. And so that is also an option for you as well. I think right around this past Black Friday, my company, on top of the discounts they already were offering, they had an additional discount where they would, give you another $150 off of accessories. And so, look to see if your company is offering it. A lot of companies today are into this whole wellness kick, and they want to make sure that you all are healthy and you're still coming to work and you're not calling out sick, and, healthcare costs are not going to continue to go up. They're going to do what they can to kind of help that. So look to see what offerings your company have before making any purchases. Please do that for yourself. But in addition to that, though, find somebody you know that already has Peloton, because they can refer you as a friend with their referral program. So the referral program works as such. So I just kind of mentioned that some companies can give you the app access for $12.99. If you get a friend referral, you can get access to the app for 60 days for free. Can't beat that. That gives you an idea, a good idea, if this is for you. You can play around with all the classes, do some live classes. I mean, listen, you have full on access to everything outside of the equipment workouts. And you can do a lot of stuff. So I would suggest, tapping into a friend or someone you know to see if that referral program is still going on, and you can kind of get that. In addition, everyone who has a Peloton will get a referral code. And what that referral code does, it allows the person that's purchasing the bike to get $100 off of their purchase. Okay. And the person who referred them would get $100 toward purchases. So clothes, which is what I've been buying, or accessories or whatever. So I would suggest, again, tapping into, and then you can also, just so you know, you are able to compound your promotions. From what I experienced. So I would suggest. So now think about location. Location is very important. And so before you even contact them now and you're talking about, let me buy this bike, think about location. I will say that the bike does not take up a lot of space. The treadmill, I'm not so sure of, but the bike does not. So you really can consider just about any space that you have left over in your home to use. But what I would suggest to consider is that you will need some space around the bike if you intend to work out with other classes. Even if you want to indulge in a bike boot camp class where you're riding for like 15 minutes, let's just say, and then you hop off the bike, change your shoes, and do some core, or you do some strength or some body weight strength or whatever, you are going to need the space. So please consider the space before you even make the purchase so that you can have all your ducks in a row, and or consider rearranging some things before your bike comes. So that's my quick tidbit on location. Okay, now, so before you even get on the phone with them, you've got your location together, understand that you have got to have a membership with Peloton in order to utilize the bike functions on the app. So what does that mean? It's $39.99 a month. So for you to have the app. So that app that I was telling you about before, you were paying $12.99. It's the same app, but now it's including those bike functions that you need. So it is $39.99 a month. So it's like a gym membership. So really consider that if you already have a gym membership and you're not willing to spend the cost of both, think about if that, weigh your options and determining whether or not the Peloton is the right thing for you. For me, it is, and I still do, full disclosure, pay my membership to the gym. I'm not ready to let it go yet. So, so that's something to consider. And so now you're on the phone with someone, you're getting ready to make this commitment. I would first suggest that just know that they are going to ask you about accessories. They're going to say, do you want to include some accessories with that? And your answer is going to be yes. Yes. You are going to say yes. I say you should say yes, only because number one, it helps take the guesswork out of what you're going to need, and if it's compatible, if it's going to fit, and all that kind of stuff. They're going to ask you a couple of things that you may not find to be pertinent for you, but a few things that I will mention that I think might be pertinent. purchases to go with your bike would be, number one, the mat. You already decided on where you're going to have that bike. If you decided to have it on flooring or carpeting or whatever, consider the mat to protect your floors. I have wood floors, and I for sure wanted to protect my wood and not get it scuffed up. So the bike mat was definitely pertinent for me. It's a nice thick mat. It does hold the weight of the bike. It doesn't permeate through the mat. I'm not worried about anything because it's nice and thick and durable. So the bike mat might be something you might consider to be pertinent. The next thing is shoes. So the bike automatically come with clips, clipped in pedals. You can opt to purchase the strap. If you are one who was like me, when I used to go to the gym and cycle, I would just wear my sneaks and strap my foot into the bike pedal. You have the option of getting that. That does not come with the bike. So if you are wanting to ride with your sneakers, you're going to have to get that strap. But if you do not want the strap and you want that full experience, that nice glide through experience with the bike, you will want to get some bike shoes so you can clip in and clip out of the bike. Now, the shoes are in European sizes, so you will definitely need to know your conversion between United States and European sizes. I did that though. I wear a size 42. Yeah, don't laugh. Yes, I have big feet. But that 42 did me no justice. I rode the first couple of rides with those shoes and my toes were like losing circulation within like the first 5 minutes of my ride. So I contacted them and they had no problems with replacing them and sending me the right size. And I got it within 2 days. So please, please get the right size. You should maybe, I think if you go to the showroom, you can even try them on, I believe. But I would say maybe get a size up just to be on the safe side. Now, another purchase you might find that might be pertinent is on the back of the bike, there is a basket that you can hold your weights for your interval classes or your light arms and weight classes. This will hold up to, I think it's 1 pound, 2 pound, and 3 pounds. They may ask if you want to purchase theirs. You have the option to do that. I decided to get mine from Amazon. It was a lot cheaper. And it fits just the same. I actually purchased 3 pounds and it fits just the same. And I love it. And it's black and it matches everything. So yeah, that might be pertinent for you as well. The last thing I'm going to say is if you're someone like me and you like to see your full on output when you're working out, meaning your heart rate, your current heart rate, what heart rate zone you're in, and get your accurate calorie count, then you may want to get a heart rate monitor. I did opt to try their heart rate monitors. It was no bueno. It definitely kept cutting out in the middle of my ride, losing connectivity, kept, at the end of my ride, I just didn't have accurate numbers. It was as if I didn't have one on at all. So I had to do my research and find another heart rate monitor. I decided to get one that was an armband, and I absolutely love it. I'll do a video on that later on some of the other toys I've purchased for this platform. So, that might be something you might be interested in. Some people say it worked for them, but for me, it just did not. And lastly, you may want to get some resistance bands. They have that. They have yoga blocks. I think they even have like the foam roller. They have a lot of things. So, do you think that's pertinent? Maybe you do. If you do, get it. It comes when the bike is delivered. So when the 2 men or women, power to the women, when the 2 people come to deliver your bike, they will bring your accessories as well. So easy peasy on that. With that delivery, they do stand behind their bikes. They will not leave the bike at the door and have you assemble it yourself. They are going to have people come, set it up for you, get your Wi-Fi set up, let you toggle around a little bit to get familiarized, have you sit on the bike, size you out, all that good stuff. They're going to do that. And I want to mention that Peloton does offer a 1-year warranty. They stand behind their product. And after the 1 year is up, you have an option to purchase additional coverage I'm going to get additional coverage, for sure, no doubt. So that's the thing. Insurance, they will set it up for you. Here are the accessories that you might find interesting and might find that you might need. But overall, I hope that this video helped you get some questions answered. And if you were wavering, hopefully this kind of helped that. This is fun for me, because again, I just went through it. So yeah, why not share the wealth? But those are my tips for you. And if you have any other suggestions or questions, please feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. I am so happy and grateful for every one of you who have already subscribed to my new channel. Thank you. For those of you who may not have yet, what better time than now? Feel free to subscribe. We welcome you. But yes, please like, share, comment down below, all that good stuff. This was a pleasure, and I hope you all have a good rest of your week. I hope that you are feeling refreshed, feeling well, feeling renewed, feeling whole. It's so important to feel whole, and all that good stuff. Thank you so much again. I am Jay, and I am out. I'm gone, y'all.